Alright, Huge Movie Fanatic Nate coming to you once again with one of the brand new, very famous audio reviews. One of the advantages of doing these audio reviews is I can just do like one at a time, which I'm doing in this case. Right after pretty much I see a movie, I just watched this one tonight. Nicole Kidman or I should say, Nicole Kidman is to die for. This movie came out in 1995, and I saw trailers on TV and stuff and on other videos back in the day, and to me it seemed kind of intriguing. And I remember that I think pretty much one of the biggest memorable things about the trailer is those shots of her dancing in front of the car at night with the headlights shining on her, and that in the rain in that dress where it's really short and everything, and she's kind of sexy in this movie, and the trailer actually made the movie seem very risque and really sexy. And I got this movie recently within the last couple days, within the last week, at Half Price Books for a lovely $2. And it's one that I never was going to seek out. That's the one thing I love about the clearance movies at Half Price Books, is it's always, you never know what you're going to get. And it's not like going to a store with an idea of, okay, I want this. You can do that obviously as well, but the cool thing about the clearance bin, the movie clearance bin, is not bin, but they're like little rolly racks, is that you can just go there and see what pops up, and that's really cool. So I'm going to give this movie 3 stars. I think the only other Gus Van Sant movie I saw, unfortunately, was his remake of Psycho, which is confident, I guess, in a technical aspect, but of course he's just shooting Hitchcock's goddamn fucking storyboard. So I mean, he really, with his remake of Psycho, he's really not offering anything except being able to actually realize Hitchcock's ideal version of the opening shot, which is going into the hotel room in one shot without having to do any dissolves or cuts. That's about the only good thing about the Psycho remake, is being able to actually realize that Hitchcock's vision for that opening shot, and then you can pretty much turn the movie off. So this is the only other, I believe, Gus Van Sant movie I ever saw, and it would normally be like a 2.5-star movie, but the fact that some of the, I guess I liked how the movie was. The substance was kind of a letdown, in the sense that the whole idea, if you've seen the movie, is definitely something that we've seen before, in the sense that she has a husband. It's something like Double Indemnity. Wants to kill the husband, and she recruits a couple, or like 3 teenagers, and gets basically gets these high school kids to kill the husband. And it doesn't really have so much of a sense of anything other than just this bitch who wants basically fame. I mean, she's an idiot, as shown in that scene where she's talking to one of the standout scenes for me is when she was talking to that movie TV producer guy, or whoever the hell he was, after his little speech thing, or whatever you call that thing. Lecture, or whatever the hell you want, after his talk. And he's at the dinner table. They're at the dinner table, and he's like, yeah, there's this one anchor who brought a letter of recommendation that said something like, yeah, I went to this school, and I went to this school, and I can suck your what so well and make your eyes pop out. And but it turns out that she didn't, or he didn't actually write it. And then Nicole Kidman's like, oh, and it's like, should be evident who did right there. And she's like, who wrote it? So that scene kind of showcases the fact that this bitch is just a complete and utter stupid bitch who just wants fame and all this shit. And that was a standout scene. The other scene I liked was when they interviewed one of the shots where they interviewed that like high school girl, and she's like, yeah, no one ever really bought me things before, and the only other person who ever bought me anything was my mom's boyfriend, who got me this shit. I'm not gonna, fucking just saw it tonight, but I'm not gonna be able to remember. It's like Eden body lotion or something like that. and he wanted to. This girl played this so stupid and naively, like it was real, and he wanted to show me how to. Or he thought this would be good for my skin, and he wanted to show me how to use it, and I let him. I just thought that that's the kind of thing that I respond to in movies is real. I don't know how to put it in words. Just characters that seem real, and even if in that case it's a portrayal of like a trailer trash kind of a whatever the hell kind of high school girl. It's this portrayal of realism, like real life realism. I'm not really interested in movies necessarily that are movie like in the sense of the houses people live in. You see all these movies about kids in college, and they have this perfect fucking room that's like right out of a goddamn Martha Stewart room, and it's like you see videos on YouTube of college kids, and it's just like it's just this white horrible little room, and there's just shit thrown all over the place. I mean, some fucking rich bastards probably have rooms like that, but I mean, it's not. I hate that fakeness in movies and all that. So that's what I respond to in movies is when people, you know, they capture like reality, they capture life and their truth. I think the truth, movies that are truthful for me have a little more relevance. So, like I say, at the end of the day, the scenario, what happens in the sense of the scenario of the movie wasn't particularly that great, but just the way it was, I guess the way it was handled with the kind of the interviews with people and the fat guy from Jurassic Park and that kind of stuff, and even Nicole Kidman's own, interview throughout the movie, was interesting. Normally, if it hadn't been handled in that kind of a way, it would have been 2.5 stars. But the extra half of a star is just, and also Joaquin Phoenix. I really only seen him in like Signs and of course The Master, which I just absolutely love, which I'm gonna have to review one of these days. I'm kind of about movies I really love. I'm kind of intimidated about reviews because I don't know. It's just when you really love a movie, you feel like you don't want to leave something out, kind of a thing, and you're intimidated to do reviews of movies you really love. That's how I kind of feel anyway. So like The Master in 2001, stuff like that has just been that stuff should have been done ages ago, but it hasn't. But it will be. I think it will be. So 3 stars for To Die For. I thought at the end of the day it was pretty cool, and the outfits that Nicole Kidman wore were kind of sexy and really weird in the sense that it's like 1995, but she's dressing like she's in the 60s. But some of them, like that, like I say, that low or that high, what high cut dress that she's dancing in the rain in, and them tight 60s jeans when she's like doing the dance and videotaping the. But Joaquin Phoenix was pretty great in this movie, and also a very young, what's his name? Well, he's got the thing right here. Oh, his name ain't even on the goddamn box. Well, whatever his name is, the brother of the brother of what's his name? He was in the movie I just reviewed, that stupid Soul Survivors. Anyway, Casey Affleck, I think. He was kind of good in it too, I didn't know he started being in movies that long ago, but he was. So I think I pretty much said everything I had to say about To Die For. It was definitely worth $2, and I have a pile of never like to sell back to half price books pile or never to watch again. Basically, to back in the good old days when Best Buy was doing upgrade and save, you could buy a $3 DVD. And for half price books for obviously $3, and then you could give it to Best Buy, and they'd give you $5 worth of credit for a new movie. And I was like, I think they kind of stopped doing that, which I'm kind of pissed off about. But I have this little pile going where never to be watched again, where like I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry went, and other things like. Guilt Trip and stuff to be sold back to half price books, So what I'm getting at is To Die For is not going to go in that pile. That's something I can see wanting to watch again. So thank you very much for listening to this newfangled audio review. But by no means, this is no means the end of video reviews. I mean, don't these once again, these audio reviews are reviews that normally just, things just normally would not be uploaded over these days. It would just be blank nothingness until I either shot a bunch of solo reviews or obviously until me and Matt get together to shoot the normal standard video reviews. So these audio reviews, I don't want to worry anyone, like they're not going to replace, the normal video reviews. They're just what I like to call bonuses, So thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.